EPA meteorologist Bobby Martin here with your outlook for September 23rd, 2024. It is Monday. We're back to work, and it is the first full day of autumn today after autumn arrived yesterday at 8:43 a.m. Kinsley's Family Market in Broadheadsville, Monroe County, Pennsylvania sponsors the Monday video forecast. What do you call a tailgating party with no snacks? A foul play. Just stop into Kinsley's ShopRite and pick up all of your tailgating favorites from chips and salsa to fried chicken and barbecue ribs. And if you don't want to cook, just call their catering department and order up your favorite foods. Best of luck to your team and enjoy their next tailgating party. They are Kinsley's Market in Broadheadsville, Monroe County, Pennsylvania. Proud longtime sponsor of the Monday video forecast. So we got a lot of things to talk about here today. We're going to have some showers move into our region here, at least a little bit, not a ton, but it's depending where you're at. And it's with this system right here moving toward the region, and that's going to give us some showers. This is going to be most prevalent in central PA and parts of northeast PA, but further southeast is going to be kind of waning a little bit. So it's going to be bad news for you in the Delmarva where you need it the most. We're not really going to get a whole lot out of this particular system there. It's mostly in the interior. When I say interior, I'm talking about northwest of I-95, but more so once you get up even further northwest of that, once you have to go northwest of like say Lancaster, a line from Lancaster to like Allentown up through northwest New Jersey, you got to go northwest of there to see some of the best rain today. And here's what it looks like this morning. Some showers around the region. And again, this is going to be concentrated across central Pennsylvania and then parts of northeast PA, as you can see here as you go through the day. Not a lot translating down further south and east, though. It kind of falls apart. See, that just kind of moves and just falls apart. Now, you will have a little bit come at you later in the day. So this is going to be like a late afternoon, early evening deal when you get down into those areas from the Lehigh Valley down to Lancaster. But watch what happens as it approaches the I-95 corridor. It just falls apart. So maybe just a stray shower here tonight for the Phillies game. I don't think you're going to be dealing with much in the way of delays or cancellations there. Should be light enough if there is something in the vicinity that could just play through. Worst case, it'll be a short delay, and that's it. We'll be able to resume the game. But we do have some showers continuing into the evening, and then they will diminish overnight. And I do think Tuesday is going to be a mostly cloudy day, but we should be dry throughout the entirety of the day. So we're not expecting any precipitation on Tuesday. Temperature's going to be a little bit cooler today. Actually, the next couple of days, 64 to 72 is the temperature spread today from northwest to southeast, and similar on Tuesday. So not much change there. And in terms of total precipitation with this today, this just give you a visual as I move this forward and see the total accumulated precipitation, and this goes all the way through midnight tonight. You see it kind of diminishes the farther southeast you go. So as it heads in this direction, you get less and less further east. It doesn't really translate to much as you get into far southeastern PA, maybe a couple hundredths of an inch, not really too much there. Same thing across New Jersey. But further northwest, you get a tenth of an inch or more. Your tenth of an inch line is generally from the Lehigh Valley to Lancaster in northwest New Jersey and points northwest up in this direction. So we will have some precipitation. And again, central PA, western portions of northeast PA could get into a little bit more in the way of shower activity today with that system moving through the region. Now, I do want to address something beyond this. Well, first, we're going to get to Wednesday. Tuesday, against a dry day, I think, here across the area, just mostly cloudy, as in the European model shows. And this is our next system that's going to finally move through here on Wednesday with some showers. Doesn't show a whole lot right now, but this could be the repeat of what we're having today, basically. We'll see exactly how that transpires, but the long-range NAM going into Wednesday does have some shower activity moving in on Wednesday. I think Wednesday is going to be the best chance we have this week to see anything for involving more of the area, a little bit further east, not so much just central PA, although central PA will get some as well. But I think Wednesday is your best chance day right now to see some showers, and hopefully that holds, but because we certainly need the rain, and we'll continue to update here the next couple of days and see what this does. But don't expect a whole ton of rain here from this particular system on Wednesday. This is going to move through, and in the wake of that, we're not going to turn attention to this thing down here. This is what's likely to be a hurricane. It is currently Invest 97L. It has not even formed yet. It's an Invest because it's not a named system yet, but there is the expectation from much of the model guidance right now that there will be something developing right down here in the Western Caribbean, and most guidance right now is taking it through the Yucatan Channel, which is right in here, right in between. That's the waterway in between that connects the Western Caribbean to the Gulf of Mexico. And there was some speculation that maybe this would go over land here and disrupt the circulation, which would mean a delayed development. That is no longer the case on most guidance. So everything going through the Yucatan Channel, which keeps this a little bit stronger as it moves into the Gulf and then strengthens further on the way toward the northern Gulf Coast here. So that will be somewhere, right now they're targeting the Panhandle, Florida. It's like somewhere like Panama City, Tallahassee, that area, all the way back to, we're still not out of the woods here from say, New Orleans all the way eastward. That's still not out of the question, but I think we're kind of targeting the Panhandle of Florida right now with the latest guidance runs. And here's that system we're talking about. Is down here. It's just a disorganized mess as we're looking at this now. Here is that Yucatan Channel. It's between the Yucatan Peninsula, which is right here, and Cuba, which is right here. So there's the channel right here. So the idea is that it goes right through here and it stays over water, which allows it to continue to strengthen as it moves northward. So this might not be just a rinky-dink system coming at this at the northern Gulf Coast either. This could be something that could be quite formidable, maybe even a major hurricane. Hopefully not, but we'll see how this interacts with land, if at all, and how quickly it intensifies as it moves through this channel and up into the Gulf of Mexico, where water temperatures are very warm and very conducive for rapid development. Okay, so European model does bring this here. There's the latest run of the European model, and it does have this going into very close to Panama City here, very close. And then it kind of comes over land here. But this is going to take a path eventually up here like this. Again, this is going to be very familiar to that hurricane that we had a couple weeks ago. Okay, and that was it was the F storm, or was that Francine? Francine did the same thing. And I'm going to show you some things here that are going to show you what it's doing. Because here's the GFS, and is doing the same thing. European model GFS are both doing the same thing, where it takes it out into the Tennessee Valley here and just kind of sits and spins here. This is not going to reach us, and there's a reason for that. And it looks like it's not going to reach us, and that's because we have high pressure moving in here, and here's the GFS kind of dissipating it over that same area. This is very familiar. We had the same situation happen a couple weeks ago with Francine, but we have a big ridge and high pressure sitting up here blocking. It's a roadblock again. Big roadblock. Blocking this from coming in here. So it has no choice but to just go like this and just dissipate out here in this area. So the reason for that is because of ridging. And you can see this again. I could show you this, something like this from a couple weeks ago. It's almost the same exact thing. After this makes landfall and heads up in this direction like this, here's that area low pressure. Here's the high right here. So we cannot go through that. And we are, once again, saved from any remnants. We could certainly use some remnants out of this, but it's not looking like we're going to be dealing with that next weekend. In fact, we're right now forecasting partly to mostly sunny skies next weekend and very seasonable temperatures. So it is what it is, and we can't make it rain, unfortunately. But, maybe we'll get a little bit lucky here this week up through midweek, because that's really your only chance up through Wednesday. Either today or again on Wednesday with the next system moving through. But we're really not looking at many prospects right now of a soaking rainfall that lasts like a day or two, or a nor'easter or anything like that. No remnant systems coming from this particular system. Again, this could be quite strong. I know we have a lot of Florida interests that follow, for either vacation spots or family down in Florida or Alabama or Mississippi. Any of these places down here are still in the window of possibility. So we're going to follow that throughout the week too. But I don't think this is going to be something that's going to be coming up the coast and hitting us. It looks like it's going to be heading in this direction toward the Tennessee Valley, up close to where Francine was a couple weeks ago. It's very eerily similar to what that same setup we had for that. But this one might be a little bit stronger for the areas that get hit down here. We'll have to monitor that very closely for those areas in particular. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martich. That is your outlook for September 23rd, 2024. Have a great Monday.